Something very, very terrifying is happening in the games industry. In the last month, I think we've had about 6 or so. I may be completely off count because I did not check, but there's been a lot of studios closing down. And it's actually really scary. These are all studios, some of them very well established, but mostly medium-sized. None of them are huge studios. But they're all medium-sized, they put out big franchises, they're all pretty much owned by publishers, by giant publishers. And they're all getting closed. And it's really scary. It's really weird and spooky and scary and interesting to take a look at that. It seems like the only thing that can exist right now is very much indie studios, even if they're at least funded by publishers, but not owned by publishers. So indie studios maybe have publishers, and giant frickin', too big to fall kind of thing that they could actually... Studios that are big enough to have a bad title. There's a lot of studios, most of these medium studios, cannot sustain themselves if they have a bad title. Today we actually heard about Evolution, for example, and I think their name is Evolution, and they did Drive Club. Right? That was the name of the game? I hope. I'm not, like, one of the genres that I really couldn't care less about and just does not interest me personally. I understand people enjoying it, but I don't care about it, is driving games. So I think it was Evolution that did Drive Club. And Drive Club did not do well. It did not do well. It came out a while ago, but now they closed. And it's obviously something that takes a long time. But I guess most of these studios just can't stomach a bad title. A title that doesn't do well, bye-bye studio, it's gone. And that is terrifying. That is really scary. If you don't make an amazing game, you're screwed. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. It's scary. Did I say it's scary? I think I said that about 15 times already in the last 2 minutes. So, yeah, very interesting to see. A lot of studios. I don't know why it's all happening exactly right now, like in March right now, but it is. I will continue to follow this very interesting turn of events. Have I said interesting, scary, and terrifying enough times for you in the last 2 minutes? Because I use those words a lot. Because I don't have much more to say other than those things. It's scary and interesting. I'll stop saying those words now. Thank you. Okay, sorry. On happier news, there was the launch date for Hyperlight Drifter. I've been waiting for that game for a while. I've seen its Kickstarter. There's a lot of indie games that had Kickstarters or something, and there's some noise about them, and we're just waiting for them to come out finally. Axiom Verge was one of those games that I didn't love, but that's a different story that we're not going to get into. Hyperlight Drifter looks really good. I have a few friends that are in the beta and said that it's really good, and I can't wait to play it. And it's coming out March 31st, which is very good, because it gives me 12 days to play it before Dark Souls 3 consumes my entire being. So I got 12 days to play that game, which is good. It's a good amount. It's more than a week, which means that there's going to be at least one weekend in there, which means I will finish the game because it's an indie game, so it cannot probably have more than maybe 10 hours of content, and I can definitely knock that one out of the park in a weekend or a couple of days. So yeah, I'm really excited for Hyperlight Drifter. We've got I think it's actually good because I need to play Dark Souls, and having something else to play that I am excited for in the meantime is good. That won't occupy me for long, and then it's going to be Dark Souls 3. I'm amazingly fangirling over this. So yes, Hyperlight Drifter, good. Studio's closing, scary. Bye. Thanks for watching and stuff.